Hi, everyone. Happy Monday. We had a really great week last week with the good, bad, and ugly. I'm playing catch up a bit. This should have been sent out on Friday, but since we had our event, I am uploading it today. But it was very great to see all of y'all, to finally put some faces to names, and I had a lot of fun. I hope y'all did too. But this is going to be wrapping up last week. So let's go ahead and check out what we had going on. Okay. It's full screen. Okay. So this week we ended up with a total of 42 reviews, still a really high number. That's great. We ended up with 39 of those being positive, 2 neutral, and only 1 was negative. So we will take that. Originally, we did have 2 negatives, but I think 1 must have been removed or taken down. I looked back today through our Google page and I do not see it. So I'm assuming that customer removed it, or if I reported it, it was taken down. I didn't get an email saying that it was, so I'm assuming the customer just deleted it. So that is a win. We love when that happens. So only 1 bad this week, over, which is very doable. And the one we have is not what it seems. So we'll get into it. But here is what Sochi has us at right now. They have us at 38 in total. They're missing a few. They're missing the 1 review that was taken down, and then they are also missing a few Yelp and Google reviews that came in later on in the week. So they're almost what I have, but not quite. So let's go ahead and start off with the 2 neutral or bad reviews that we had. So like the majority of our neutral reviews, these customers did not leave any feedback. So not a lot to really go off of, but I know we did reach out to them to get more information about why they left 3 stars. And I did look at both of these accounts, and they are new customers who have had just a handful of apps, like maybe 2 or 3 each. So I'm thinking most likely they have unrealistic expectations, and they're thinking at this point they should have no more weeds in their lawn, or something like that. It's the only reason I can really think of. There's nothing in the account with any previous issues for either of these customers. So hopefully these will be updated in time when they do see results, and we will get these bumped up a little bit, but not a lot to say with these guys. But moving on, thankfully there is not a lot of ugly to go over, but here is our 1 negative. So let me zoom in and read this to y'all. This comes from Dustin Davis. He said, I used this company when I first moved into my house in October of 2020. It only took a few months for me to cancel services due to poor management, unresponsiveness, and there was always a different technician treating my lawn. I left them for another company, and finally, after a year with them and this company begging for my business back, swearing that things were different and that is under new management apparently as well, I decided to give them another chance. Well, it has been a few months. They have done 1 treatment, did not put my account on autopay as I had asked, and have not been back since due to the outstanding balance. I attempted to call in to pay several times and to schedule a service. Every time I tried to call, I either couldn't get anyone on the phone at all, or it was the wrong department. I would have to call back. I was contacted by them the other day, finally by phone, so that they could collect payment. I told her I'd happily pay the balance, but I would like to cancel my service with them as well. And since her department can't cancel accounts, she would have someone from that department call me, since they can't transfer calls. That's been 5 days now. Do not recommend this service at all. Okay, so Mr. Dustin Davis, this is not correct. This is all over the place, and none of this checks out, to be honest with you. I don't know why this was posted. This customer canceled in January, so I'm not sure why all of a sudden he's reviewing us. But after looking into the account, he started with us in March of 2021, not October of 2020. The reason he canceled in March was because he was price shopping and he found a better rate with another company. So looking through his account, I do not see any evidence where he has called in or emailed with any of the issues that he's posted in this review. Not trying to cancel previously. I'm seeing nothing in his account that is in this review. The only issue I can find that might be something he's complaining about was when he called in to ask why he was charged twice. And I can see that we came out and did 2 apps on the same day. So we didn't even do anything wrong there. He was not charged unfairly, double charged, anything like that. And we let him know why. But that is the only thing I can find. So unless just nobody corresponded anything the whole time he was with us, which is just unlikely, or this is maybe the first time he decided to mention these problems in the review. I'm not sure, but yeah, this one is just not accurate. And I responded back saying, so I have reported this review since it's really not an accurate representation of us. And plus it happened, he canceled so long ago. So I'm really confused why he decided to leave this now and then apparently make up things. But hopefully we can get this taken down. The other one was, so there is hope, but you know, he's no longer with us as a customer. So not a ton to do here. I don't think we want to save him. Sounds like there's a lot going on with him. So this is just kind of a loss we had to take. But hopefully I will keep reporting it and hopefully we can get it taken down. But next on to the good, which we did have a good bit of. So this first customer, Kelly Keller, she said, I've used Weedman for just over a year now, and I have to say, my lawn is in a much better state now than it was previously. Their process has helped thicken up my Bermuda and for the most part, kept the weeds at bay. I had a bad armyworm problem last year, as we all remember, that Weedman caught and was able to treat before it killed off my lawn. Lawn care is a competitive business, and when I switched to a competitor for a lower price, Marcus, with their quality control team, called me and worked with me to get a price for the services to beat the competition to keep me as a customer. So great job, Marcus, on the RE campaign, getting this customer back. It sounds like she has, you know, great expectations now. She understands that it is a process, and sometimes going for the cheaper company does not yield the results that you want. But next we have Diane on Yelp, and she said, the 2 gentlemen from Weedman came by, very knowledgeable about the current status of my yard. They came up with a plan for the next 6 months. Even though they had only serviced our lawn for the last 2 months, we had the greenest yard in the neighborhood. Very happy we found the Weedman. I like that one. We have another one from Amir, and he said, Weedman came out and wasted no time on my weeds. Fast, courteous, and a pleasure doing business with them. And we have Christopher, who said, always responsive and willing to address any issue. That one was very important. And then last one I have on here is another Yelp review from Julie. And she said, we signed up for service about 2 months ago and only have good things to say so far. The customer service has been very good. Nathan even came out and walked the yard to see all that was wrong, but was not selling me on more items like other companies. He said we would start seeing improvements soon with their treatments, but ultimately, as bad as ours is, it will need a good year to really get fixed. I'll update as we go. So great job, Nathan. You definitely set the right expectations here. Let her know, you know, it probably up to a year. But it's important that she understood that, you know, I'm not sure how her lawn looks, apparently not good, but she knows that it's not going to be an overnight process. So setting that up from the beginning is so important. And I think she'll be a very happy customer soon, more than she already is. All right, but next up, we have review mentions, my favorite part. We ended up with 14 last week, which is still really, really great. So out of those, Ashley Williamson had 9, Marcus Mosley and Matt Klepper both had 2 each, and Nathan had 1 as well. So great job all. Here's our weekly and total breakdowns. So majority were still no feedback, no name reviews. But then Ashley makes up 23.1%, which is a big chunk out of last week. And followed by that, we have the ops side, and then Marcus and Matt tied, after ops comms, and then Matt and Marcus tied. And then we have the total so far for this year, and still majority are the no names, but Ashley now has 7.8%. I said this last week, but it's like every week that I think someone's catching up, she just like goes even farther. So Great job, Ashley. You are just killing it in the review mentions. And just for fun, here are the current standings for the April swag spin. So we still have Ashley in the lead with a whopping 24 reviews. Followed by, after that, second place, we have Marcus, who has 4, and then Clark has 3. But if you are not happy with your current standings, do not fret. We still have until the end of this week before we will spin. Most likely, I think it might be on Monday, since this Friday is not technically the end of the month yet. So I'm thinking probably on Mondays when we'll spin. So you still have this whole week and over the weekend to get some people to mention you in a review and get your numbers up. But it is still anybody's game, as we've seen with some of these spins in the past. But yeah, just to give y'all a little update to where we're at now. And speaking of spins, let's go ahead and do this week's bonus spin. So we do have Ashley with majority, Matt with 2, Mark's with 2, Nathan with 1. I did add a spin again. I was inspired by Adam's army worm bonus spin that he does during the turf bot spin. So maybe we'll have some extra drama, but let's go ahead and spin for this week. Ooh, all right. Congratulations, Ashley. And again, this has to be like your third time. I don't even know how many times you've won this now, but I mean, you are putting in the work and you deserve it. So great job. Enjoy your extra $20. And finally, we have our weekly collage. There's some really great pictures, getting some really nice color in these lawns now. And I did get an update about our views on Google finally. So we are out of the 108 photos in the last month, we ended up with over 15,000 views, which is insane to me. This one right here was the most viewed, with over 3,000 people viewing it. And I wanted to share this with you all because it just really shows how important these photos are. I mean, there's no telling how many leads or how many customers we gained from these photos. At the bottom here, Google says that 90% of customers are more likely to visit a business that's added photos to their Google listing. And I'm sure that's even more with current updated photos. So they're just saying if you have photos at all, you're already bumped up to the top. But with updating it weekly like we do, I mean, that is a lot of people looking at our page, a lot of web traffic, and people coming to us for quotes and starting up service. So I want to share that with y'all because it is so important that we post these pictures, because it takes 5 seconds and it just pays off. So I thought that was really cool. I wanted to show y'all that. But that about wraps up this week's Good, Bad, and Ugly. I will be making another video and email again for this Friday, so we'll have 2 this week. But as always, thank you all for your hard work and for coming together with all the review mentions and all the positive reviews that we had. And like I said earlier, I had so much fun meeting y'all on Friday, and I hope we can all do it again soon. But I hope it starts your week off on a good note. And if you are not happy with your review mention standings, like I said, still have some time to bump your numbers up if you want to get some free swag. So thank y'all again, and have a great start to your week, and I will see you on Friday. Bye.